For the first time, coding felt almost effortless. We have Gemini 3 generating full apps from a single prompt, the Cloud Opus 4.5 shipping features end-to-end, and developers building their own self-driving systems like the Ralph Loop that plan, code, test, and fix themselves.
If AI can turn ideas into products almost instantly, what exactly is left that makes you essential?
And that is what today is about. The moat, the real ones you will need by 2026. So what do you actually need to survive this new wave, or better yet, stand out in it? In this video, I'll break down the 3 moats that still matter in 2026. Distributable brand, fast shipping, and differentiating value. And more importantly, how to start building them today before it's too late. So let's start with the first one, the distributable brand. Not that anyone can build an app with one prompt. The hardest part of building something isn't building anymore, it's being discovered. A distributable brand is your first moat, because in 2026, your ideas will outlive your products, your brand has to spread even when you're asleep, or you get buried by someone who figured it out first. To keep things simple, today I'll use the example of building a brand around you as the product. So here's the simplest way to build a distributable brand in 2026. Step 1, capture the ideas. So you need to capture an idea into a bank. For example, like every idea from podcasts, YouTube, videos, X posts, the conversation, random thoughts, whatever, just goes into your idea bank. So this is the raw material for everything else. And step 2, test the idea on social media. So for me, X is my playground. So it's low pressure, fast feedback, and the bar is extremely low. If a line of thread gets engagement, that's a signal. And then step 3, you promote the winner to long form. So when something that works on X, I will expand it into a newsletter, and this is where I will add the frameworks and the depth. And step 4, promote the best one to video. So when a newsletter hits, it becomes a YouTube video, and before writing the script, I also let AI interview me, for example, like what did you really mean? Can you give a real example? And helping me to see the blind spots, sharpening my claims and uncover angles that I haven't considered before. You're still writing your content yourself, just leverage AI to produce them faster. And this sharpens the idea dramatically. Step 5, attach yourself to attention flows. I don't just post and hope. I reply to the big threads, just join the existing conversations and share visual snippets and lead the audience into my other platforms or links. And no matter what you're building, yourself or the product, the key isn't being loud, it's being systematic. Moats aren't built by accident. They're built by repeating what spreads. Moat number 2, fast shipping. So in 2026, speed isn't about coding fast, it's about learning fast. Fast shipping compresses the loop. For example, like your idea, test, feedback, and insight. So whoever learns the fastest will win. I think of the fast shipping as a simple loop with 3 phases: plan, launch, and land. So let me walk you through what it actually looks like, and I will use a real example from my own projects so it's easy to follow. So phase 1 is plan. For me, planning starts with a real pain. For example, like when Gemini 2 came out with the multimodality, I had this like simple problem. My video files were messy. I wanted an easier way to understand what was inside each clip so I could edit them faster. So instead of opening an editor and building an app, I opened the Google AI Studio. I upload a video and try the prompts like, for example, summarize each scene or like find the key moments, group the clips by themes. So planning here wasn't about a huge spec. It was just like, can AI even do this well enough to be useful? And then phase 2 is launch. So once that felt promising, I moved into launching. So for example, I would use AI to build a web page where I can drag and drop my video clips and then let it analyze the clips for me and organize them and suggesting what is the editing style option. And then at this stage, the UI is just very basic and the backend could be simple. The goal is not to impress anyone, it's just to get something working end to end. Then I took a screenshot, shared it online, and asked a simple question. So I built this to organize my video clips, which you use it. And the response was strong. People said that they pay for it. And that was the moment I knew, okay, so this wasn't just my weird edge case. It had the real pain. It had the real demand. Phase 3, land. So landing is where you learn from the reaction based on the feedback I share, thinking about like polishing the UI, buying the domain, and then putting it in front of the real testers. But notice the order: the pain, visibility, tiny workflow, minimal UI, public signal. The learning came first, the scaling came later. Another important part of fast shipping for me is staying out of the execution bottleneck as much as possible. So whenever I can, I will let AI, hey, plan this next step, we'll write the code and review the code base and even critique with your own decision. So some people code faster than AI and prefer AI-assisted coding, but others prefer letting AI do almost everything and just steering the outcome. Both are valid. Whatever path you choose, the goal is the same. Build a muscle of shipping, learning, and iterating quickly. Moat number 3, differentiating value. In a world where the features can be cloned instantly, your true moat becomes everything AI can clone. Your pain, your data, your workflow, your prompts, and your taste. And this is where the real differentiating value lives. Here's how to build differentiating value step by step. Step 1, unfair advantage audit. So start by mapping out what you know, what you see, or what you have access to that others don't. For example, like information, workflows, data, niche pains, the patterns. Step 2, notice and validate with AI. So watch for the small daily annoyances that you usually ignore. Those are often the gold. The things that keep bothering you, those recurring pains are often the best product ideas. And once you notice one, use AI to help you validate it. Ask what the root causes might be, and what's been tried before, and what angles might be missing. Step 3, build for yourself first. So build for yourself first. Your workflow becomes your prompt. Your prompt becomes your system, and your system becomes your product. And step 4, package into experience. So this is where the taste comes in. The UI, the flow, the motion, the tone, but you decide what good feels like. So everyone has an entry point into differentiation. So you just need to double down on your own. For me, that's closing. So every morning I wasted time picking the outfits. So I built a tool to digitize my wardrobe, combine weather and context, let AI suggest the outfits. It wasn't a startup idea, it was my own daily friction. That's the value AI can copy because it came from my life. And that's all the moats you should build. Once you build them, you will have this flywheel. Distributable brands brings people in, fast shipping turns idea into signals, differentiating value keeps them around. Brand creates opportunities, speed creates learning, uniqueness creates loyalty. So in a one-shot AI world, your edge isn't just building, it's building fast, building in public, and building from a perspective no one else has. I'm Steve Huang, a product technology manager at Google by day, AI builder by night. If you want real frameworks and honest lessons from building in public, hit subscribe. Thank you.